Recently, dancehall has come under a lot of pressure from government entities. You also had the radio ban by the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica on music that surrounded themes of drug use and violence. It didn't even matter if the song is edited to clean up the lyrics. Their reason for the ban is that this type of music has a negative influence on the youths. A ban you have dancehall legend Bounty Killer endorsing. Not to mention, recently, DeMarco said him done with gun lyrics, a stance supported by dancehall's biggest international star, Sean Paul. And now at the recent Sting launch, you have Entertainment Minister Olivia Babsy-Grange urging young artists to sing positive things about Jamaica and about liberty, otherwise they won't last long in the business like a Killer or Beanie.
What?
This narrative of trying to police dancehall on grounds of morality is hypocritical to say the least. No disrespect, but I think the minister mixed up her history when it comes to dancehall and positivity. And before I continue and tell you why I think this policing attempt is hypocritical,
Let me be clear.
I don't disagree that the music can have an influence. But with the narrative being pushed, you cannot conflate influence and cause. Dancehall did not cause scamming, gun violence, or drug use. It's easy to lose sight of that picture. Now back to why I think Ms. Grange's statement is hypocritical. You can basically say things Bounty and Beanie were singing and them other man there were all about positivity and liberty as a way to say young artists should follow in their footsteps in order to last long in the business. One of Bounty's most popular tune and one of my favorite is Copper Shot. Here it is.
From we pop out, we gun blood a go run like a river Jordan a come down. From we pop out, we gun whole heap of blood a go run. X amount of people life a go done.
That sound like positivity and liberty to you? And I'm not saying that older artists can grow and have a differing stance as they get older. But what Miss Grange is saying is grandstanding. You can't lick out against today's dancehall and not say, yeah, dancehall up to this point was free as well. Dancehall general themes have always been about guns, having trailer load of gal, drug use, and the harsh realities that lower class and working class Jamaicans are facing. It focused on people's environments and lived experiences. These positive experiences gave a true picture of Jamaica beyond the image of people sipping pina coladas on the beach. It's the same with the young artists now, just a little different, and I'll explain that later. Reggae focused on uplifting messages and positivity. Dancehall was about slackness. So the idea of trying to clean up dancehall from slackness don't make sense. Okay, so what about scamming? Scamming wasn't around them time there. True, the act wasn't. The deeper question is, why are people scamming though? For some it's to get money, to stop struggling to make ends meet. And struggling is a theme in dancehall. Now earlier I talked about the young artists expressing the themes differently. I think for the most part young artists are far more descriptive in their lyrics. Nothing is left to the imagination, nothing is left to decipher. If anything, you can argue that young artists lack creativity in how they present the typical dancehall themes. Here's an example. Pinchers of a song called Sit Down Pon It, and here how it go.
Love is like a chair, baby girl, come and sit in there. Sit down pon it, just down pon it.
You think him really a talk about love? Now listen to Cartel's Mrs. Jah.
Morning, Mr. Buddy, me have something for you from Jaw. Me said, she said, Mrs. Jaw. Which Jaw? Pussy, 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 pussy Jaw.
And then Kraft's Tick Tick.
Dick in your face, I'm ressy. Goal me a score, me a strike like Messi. Fling cock in your mouth, gal, hold it steady.
You see what I'm saying? If anything, dancehall is still slackness, but a greater degree today. Now with Miss Grange saying that artists won't last long because they're not promoting positive things, I think that's inaccurate. They won't last long because of the quality of the music, and there isn't really a reason to revisit songs due to a lack of creativity or deep connection.
What a shame.
So this narrative of cleaning up dancehall based on what's going on now, we need to cut it out. You cannot police dancehall on grounds of morality, because dancehall has always been built on themes that were dubbed as slackness, themes that spoke on the realities of what is happening in Jamaica. And if this is an issue now, then everyone has a role to play, because at the end of the day, dancehall is a business where the economics of supply and demand applies. Artists are supply what the fans want, the fans clearly demand the slackness. The YouTube numbers are proof of this. And the themes talked about by artists are present in today's society. a society shaped by the people and government. So if you want to prevent moral values from being eroded, it has to be a collective effort. Government have to do better, the people have to do better, and of course the artists would have to play their part.